Okay, I'm back. Alright, so what I've done is put hinges on this flip here, this pocket here, which measured at 3 3/4 and 8 1/4. Okay, put the hinges on that side. You'll be using this on this middle part here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I will punch the middle section here, and that's where you're going to have that little tab slide into this side. Okay, so what I'll do is I will eyeball it and make sure that it is level in the center, and then punch it down. And I'm using my EK Success punch here. You can, if you want a decorative pattern, you can do it all the way along. If you don't, that's fine. And I think this one punch here will probably do it on this side. I think on the other one I've got more than just the one punch. So you can see it here. It leaves a little bit of a doorway for that little flap to go inside. All right. Now, what I've done with my one was I cut out the designer paper to go on top of this. I left a bit of a border, and just noticing that I didn't really center it. That's okay. I cut out a border and then I punched it out in the exact same spot. Don't do the cardstock. This is fairly thick cardstock. Don't do the cardstock and the designer paper at once, because you will break your punch, guaranteed. I've done that many a time before. Okay, so what you're going to do is you'll punch out your designer paper, then lay it on top. Okay, you will find that even though it might not necessarily match up, if you're lucky, you'll get it to match up. If not, it still gives it good dimension, and you'll see the edges of the punch here, which looks really cool. Now for the back, what I had done is I layered the paper, but I didn't, and you need double-sided paper for this, I didn't tape down this section here, because that's where my hinge part was going to slide into. So if I taped it all there, I wouldn't be able to slide the hinge into here. Okay, you guys will know what I'm talking about. So all I done was ran tape along here, and then tape along the bottom, and then tape along the near the, what do you call it, near the score line, not on the score line, near the score line, or wherever your paper ends. Okay, because you want to be able to get that bit in to fold it over. Okay, so what I will do is, this is my little section that's going to go in there. Now, you can taper yours at the ends, give them a nice little corner. You could do a round corner. I might do a deco corner on mine. Okay, oh, is that deco? Yeah, make sure it's a deco and not the stub. And this is using the We Are Memory Keepers. Okay, and that's the lime green one. I love the deco. Okay. So all I'm going to do is, get it right, I would just line it up in the middle here first. Okay, just give it a bit of, you don't want it to go all the way in, all right? And then all I've done is try to center it, and I kind of mark, and I'm going to use a pen for this, I mark where the flap goes over, because then I know where my tape should end. Okay, so I can tape that whole section here. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'll just put one roll of tape because I want to peel this off so that I can actually cover it. Okay, so I've put that in there. And don't forget, it'll be secured down as well with your designer paper. Okay, so then that way that just flips open, and you put that in here as well. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to work with every punch. Okay, try it on a, what I do suggest whenever you're making anything like this and you're unsure, please try it on computer paper first. It's far less expensive than what it is using cardstock and then wasting cardstock and chipboard and whatever else you're using. So do your measurements out and cut everything out on computer paper or the cheap paper, scrap paper, whatever you've got. Use that first, write the measurements down, and if it comes out exactly the same way, then use your cardstock. Okay, because then there's less chance of making mistakes that way. Although you still do make it with cardstock, but you can always rectify it. Okay, so now we've got our flip out. All right, now if I remember correctly, I just made a pocket in the middle of mine. You can do that, or you can choose just to have it plain in the middle here and then use the side here for your journaling. So you'll be able to get 2 photos here, which would be pretty cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I have aligned, this is my hinge part here, okay, so I folded it. On the opposite side, I've put extra hinges, and that'll be for my pocket. So what you're going to do is you want to turn that around so that you have got your spine. Oh, sorry guys, going against the edge here like this, okay, and you're going to tape that down. All right, as you can see, they're my hinges, and that's created a pocket. All right, so what I'm going to do is I will tape it down. I'm just going to tape down my hinges, guys. I'm not going to make it into a full form pocket because I want to be able to decorate it with paper first, so I can take this off. Okay, let's see if I can get this the right way now. Alright. Alright, so what I'm going to do is line up, and I'll have to do it off camera, guys. I can maybe do it on camera. Okay. Make sure it's lined up. Okay. Alright. So now you've created a pocket as well with your hinge. You flip that over. Okay, there's your page. You'll have your pocket on the inside. And then you'll have your flip page, which will have a pocket. Alright, now we're going to add this to the centre of your album, which is this bit here. And it looks like I've got 2 different colour browns on this one, so that's okay. Alright. Now, the reason why I created this hinge is so that when you've got your little flips, you will have room to be able to put extra photos and mats and what have you. So what I'm going to do is tape it to the left-hand side. Once again, as close as I can to the score line, but not on top of it. Okay. And once again, like I said, you if you do this on scrap paper first, and then just so until you get the hang of it, especially if you're a beginner, it can be quite daunting because there is a lot of pieces. Okay. Alright. So we have attached that bit there. Alright, I'm just going to see if I can zoom out a bit more. Sorry guys, I'll probably move the camera now. I know that's as far as this baby will go. Okay, so we've got our section here, and then we've flipped it over here, and we've got our pocket. Okay, so the next part we're going to do is the flip up pockets on the inside. As you can see, I've already put my hinges on, and I actually did measure these at 1 1/4, but you can do them at 1 and score them in half. Okay, now I'm not going to seal my hinges because I want to put the designer paper on there, but however, we will put these on so I can show you how they go on. Okay, so I'm just going to use a bit of tape to seal this with. We're going to layer the first one on the top, right? As close as we can to the top, but not going over. Alright, and try and centre it if you can as well. You'll have a bit of a gap on either side, okay, to allow for that. All you do is flip it up, okay. I've stuck mine down. And then what you want to do is measure it. After you place the first one down, measure it so that the pockets are even, okay. So that they all line up consistently underneath. Alright, can move that one up a bit. I could probably have 3 pockets as well. You probably don't need 4. You can do 3 or 4 pockets, guys. I might just do 3, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I might just do 3. But if you want a tighter squeeze, or if you want them cascading closer to each other, then certainly you can add 4. Okay. It's probably a bit hard to see with the brown. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it once again, just so that I've got a nice level playing field here. Okay, so these will be tapered down, so you've got that flip. And all I've done here was actually just put designer paper to cover the hinge and just above this area here. Okay, then your next flip, done the same, and then you will tape down your other 2 flips or your other 1 flip in the same manner. Okay, so I'm just going to take that down. I'm going to put this bottom one down here. Okay. Alright, so there are my flips here. Alright, so I've got the first one. Bear in mind, you guys would have taped down your hinges. I've kept mine open because I want to put paper on there. There's the second one. And these spots here are great for journaling. Okay. So you'll have room here to journal, and it'll face that photo there, okay? And then this one here as well. So you've got a place down the bottom here. You can have another photo, or you can journal down there as well. Okay, so they're my 3 cascading pockets. All right, so we've actually done really well on this one. We've already made the whole left side and the middle side. What we've got is the right side. Now, this video is going to take forever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've got my right side part. I'm going to adhere my pocket to the front of it. Okay, so I will do that. Oh. It's not going to stick down now. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Then I will just adhere that. So I take it down to the very bottom edge and move it to the outside edge of the page. Okay. So then that way I'm guaranteed that I'm not sitting on top of that score line. All right. And there's your pocket there. All right, so all you need to do is basically cover that little section here of paper first, and then lay down your pocket on top. All right, now I haven't got my pockets glued down all the way because I want to be able to pull it up and put my papers on there. So what you're going to do is, to this side, you are going to tape it down. Okay, so I'll do that now. I'll use my score tape on this one. It's not as... The one that I'm using is an Express-It tape, and it's not very, it's not a very sturdy tape for things to, it wouldn't make your projects last. So I just use this tape for the sake of the video tutorials. Okay, and I miscued that one. I didn't line that up. See what I mean? That peeled up pretty easily. So I'm just going to line that up. Okay. In there. Alright, that's done. Okay, so you've got your pocket here. This is opened up. You can put another pocket on the inside here or leave it blank. Alright. So what we're going to do with these two pieces, once again, you'll want to create your hinge. Okay, this is your top half and this is your bottom half. Now what I've done is I've slid the bottom half underneath the top half and just measured out, like flip that underneath, okay, have it closed off, and just measure out where I want that to sit so that it doesn't go over my page. Alright, so that everything's lined up. Once you get it all lined up, hold it together and then you'll be able to glue down the back of it. Okay, and then that'll stay in place. Alright, so I'm going to do mine. Once again, I put a magnet enclosure in my one as well, so it stays closed. We're going to make sure. Alrighty. So that'll be your flip open page. I, on the other one, had put pockets on either side. I've done like a belly band in the middle and the pocket down the bottom. So you'll be able to see that on my video. And this is the album. Alright, so that will fold over. Oh, but it's stuck now because everything's open. That will fold over like this. Alright, now you can close it with a ribbon going around the front of it and tying it on. Okay guys, any questions, let me know. I really enjoyed making this one. Stay tuned for lots more. I have been asked to do the memories journal that I made. People have been asking me to do a tutorial on it. This is the one. You guys would have seen it. I will be doing a Ustream class on this one. As soon as I get my PDFs up, then we will do the class on this. Okay. If you go back, you'll be able to see the video on this as well. Okay. And I'll let you know the supplies that I used and what have you in the PDF as well. Okay guys, stay tuned. I'll show you my finished one probably in a different video. But I hope you have a lot of fun making this. It is worth it. It is a good size album actually, when you come to think of it. Don't forget, use chipboard for your covers and your spines. It gives it a more sturdier feel. So when you put the front covers together, don't put anything in there. Do the whole front cover in chipboard and then layer it with paper after that. Okay, thanks again for watching and stopping by guys. I hope you enjoy it and take care. Bye.